What's up, everybody? We are back at the BE00TAKE00 Show. It's a little different this week. It is episode 30. We are pre-taped, so you're not watching this live. But if you're watching on YouTube or Spotify or iTunes listening to us, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, follow, all of those things. We need you. We want to see you. We want to see where our follows are at. Let us know what your thoughts are, comments, all that good stuff. And again, welcome back. I am your co-host, PJ North, here with the one and only. He may be the king of motorcycle prep races.
Got him.
Got him. Hammered him one time. How's it going, Teebs?
It's good. I am at the million, so we're going to be here for a couple of days and then head back and start prepping racetracks again. But, just cool to be back at the racetrack a little bit.
Yeah, pretty cool that you're at the million. We thought we would mix it up a little bit this time. We are going to do live announcing like we're in the booth for the redemption round. It's like very similar to our redemption round at the TB races, but we're going to do it for the $1 million Race of Champions as we break down this the week that was. So currently they are in time runs. They're making their way through the time runs, and what's it like being there? Obviously, we're gonna kind of walk this backwards a little bit, but what's the million vibe right now being there on a Monday?
I think it's still early. I haven't been Brian's, parked up here front and center.
Yeah, is he really?
Oh yeah, like where Lemon parks at our races.
Yeah,
we're to the trailer down.
Okay.
I'm like with Stinnett, so. But
man,
I think it's
parked with Stinnett is a wild. You are up there, baby. That's not a Tyler, but he is far from. This could not be more polar opposite. When Tyler goes to St. Louis, he's damp near outside at the go-kart facility. Like he's past it.
I've been in the parking lot for the go-kart track twice and one both times. So
I love
I've been up there, but I don't know. I think it's just early in the week. They tested today.
Yeah,
but it's still so badass to me. Like listen, the flings are obviously what people call like the pinnacle of this stuff, and I think it's because we see them so often.
Yeah.
But the way that Jenny Folk, like everything that is so sick.
Yeah, I think that Jenny has elevated the million.
Shirts, the checks, all the shit she does, all the make it feel right things, like fucking smokes.
Yeah. Yeah, she's done an incredible job, her and her whole team. Obviously, there's a whole team behind them, but she does an incredible job really making that thing go. And trying to wrangle in Randall Folk, alone. She's wrangling in Randall. The million is special, obviously, the 30th year, which is really cool. You've been a part of, 10 or 12 of them, I guess, you're at this point?
So 14 would have been my first one.
Okay. So this will be your 10th. Yeah, incredible. Pretty cool to see. Like I said, at the million, I've been a handful of times. It's a very cool race. The stuff that they do, Bertozzi with when they were doing the stakes and stuff, and all the blow ups, the stuff they do for the kids. Like everybody's really chasing. Even with the TV stuff, right? Like I think Tyler, I think you and Brian have both taken things from the millions that are really cool, like little details, right? And just different things that make bracket racing better, because I was telling Casey earlier today about the million and just like explaining to her, like, I've actually never raced the actual million. And my dad, I didn't even know really what the million was. My dad would tell me about it when I was younger, and we always joked about going, but we never went. But it's a cool race, man. It's just a cool. The one thing I do find that's the craziest thing about it is the amount of racetracks that it's been at.
Yeah, so it started at Huntsville,
exactly.
And then, goes to Memphis, Montgomery, Muncie, because they were trying to go to Indy.
I love that. Yeah, let's just start. Hold on. I wish we could have Jenny on here to reenact that conversation that happened at Indy, where you have imagine if we're at the TB 100K, and all of a sudden Brock's like, "Hey man, everybody's got to have their NHRA license and their shit's got to be up to date." And we just got to pack up on. We got to pack up.
I can tell you where we're going if we're at Bowling Green.
We're going to Music City. No, we're going to 60. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris, open the fucking gates or we're running them over.
We're gonna park it. We're gonna be parked at O'Reilly's, at that motel, maybe down the street at Advanced. we gonna be parked out there. Yeah, I just think so many crazy things, obviously, that you hear, about the million and just different stuff that's happened. Right, the Galitti wreck and then gets in another car and wins the race, or Johnny bracket racer welding up his stuff, and just the different stories you hear about it. Like the craziest story, and I think that Ronnie used to tell me this story, and I never really thought about it, but he's like, the best races are the ones that make you feel good about giving that person money. That's how you know the person's a good promoter. You feel good about giving them your money, right? And I never really understood that at first, and you're like, oh, that was the Kyle and Peter thing, and that's the you and Brian thing, and that's the Jenny and Randy thing. Like, they make you feel good about you spending your money there. You're wanted, right? This isn't your local track where you're fighting with them. This you're wanted to be there. But those stories started with George Howard, right? And George Howard, supposedly, the story is he dropped like $10,000 out of a helicopter or something.
Yeah, there was a story that people had told me, and I to this day couldn't tell if it's true or not. But he literally had a helicopter just dropping money out of it, and almost the starting line.
Yeah. Crazy. One thing I think that would be funny is if they would have done $1 million race runner-ups and the winners got a weekend entry or something like that. If you had some of the runner-ups there, because I think a lot of them still race, right? Obviously, it's really cool as we watch the Race of Champions. We'll pull that up here and kind of live stream that as we're talking through it this week.
Talking about it, me and Hunter.
Oh, okay. Jesus. I was going to say, man, that guy's one of my favorites too.
Yeah. We were talking about, I actually watched the first round of the shootout with him at the finish line.
Yeah.
And we were sitting there. There's been a lot of guys that have been in multiple finals of just this race.
Yeah. Dude, the triplet thing when Gleghorn was talking about it, not only has he won it twice, but he's been in another final.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's pretty wild too. So, it's interesting to see. As we talk about, like I said, we're going to kind of go backwards this week as the podcast. Again, if you're listening and watching this on YouTube at any point, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Same with Spotify or iTunes. And don't forget to follow us. I'm at VPJ North and at Tyler3678 on your socials. Give us a follow there. But I wanted to go backwards here. We'll talk about the headlines after we watch second round. How do you approach a week-long race as a racer? And again, we talk about this because I like the analysis part of it. I think you're very similar to me in the sense, I know you got you're a yellow notepad guy, right? So you're writing a lot of things down, and some people take that as not even meticulous, but you're just very not data driven, but you know what I mean? You are kind of data driven, and I gotta
write it down
so you can see it and you can feel what's your approach? And what do you think, not even just your approach, but what's a common approach to a week-long race? Or what would be your advice to someone like, hey, I've never been to a 5-day, or I've never been to this thing. What do you say to that?
A lot of what I'm doing in bracket racing, I'm not as, analytical about it or whatever you want to call it, just because you don't have to be, because you're not guessing as much, right?
There's no weather. There's no massive weather change between first and third.
And even if there is, there's just not variables in your race car to move that much. A lot of how I'm approaching this is just, the biggest thing is that I'm watching is day-to-day wind changes, because you're not getting a time run. So you could make 6 or 8 runs on that second day before you truly figure out what you're going, because it's moving 100th out the back and you haven't, made a wide open yet to see it. So trying to keep track of the wind day to day, make sure that what you think you're going isn't far off, because you will. At Michigan, just say they didn't have time runs every day.
Yeah.
They didn't make that many, but 43 elimination runs. Yeah. And at any other race this year, that would have been, the only runs you make. So you make 30 runs there, you'll make 25 or 30 runs in a row where you have lifted off the gas every single one of them.
Dude, I don't even know if I've made 30 runs in my Super Stocker this year. That's how bad I've been, but just to put that in perspective for everyone. Okay, that's fair. How do you think what do you think are some let me give you my approach, right, of this whole thing. So I'm a big
Day one matters. Day one's important.
1,000%. So my theory is this: I truly believe that I am a very, in my mind, and I obviously know that this doesn't translate, but in my mind, I still believe I'm a very good race car driver. When it comes to like what we do, I believe I am very good. Right now, the problem is I also believe everyone else is very good too. But like in my mind, my approach is I'm gonna try to beat the brakes off of the tree, and I'm gonna try to put it dead on. Like, I might not hold to put it dead on. I might just, like, try to lap it down there and put it dead on.
Yeah.
And
that's the way you gotta be about it anyways.
But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I have to have a little bit of... I like to get a string of confidence. Like you said, first day always matters, right, to a certain extent. But I truly believe, like, to get going on a 5-day race like that, 5 separate races... Like, it takes a lot to really be... Like, the MVP of this thing is really, truly the MVP because they've put it together across multiple days. It's not easy. Like, imagine going... That's like saying you go to your local racetrack the entire month and you're hammering it. Like, that's kind of the mindset you have to go, except you're at the same place. You know what I mean? And
like, it gets easier, and, you know, like, for the first 2 or 3 days, it gets easier. And then, like, you start to feel the pressure of it. But at the same time... Day one is where I put the most pressure on myself, and then if we can, like, and it don't have to be good, right? Like, I mean, if I could tell you that I feel like I would say my confidence level, if we can get through day one and I saw 4th round, 5th round, something like that,
you feel pretty good about the weekend.
Like I could still beat everybody here.
Sure.
You know? If it's when you got 2 entries and you're 0 for 4 on day one that it's like, uh-oh.
That's kind of. That would be my mindset as well. Like, we've got some trouble here. I think that's the big thing for me is like, how do you get that confidence going? And like, what's your theory on, you know, how does like things going awry affect your ability in a week-long race like this? Like, you have maybe a mechanical failure and you've got to work on it. Does that make you? I feel like I've had better luck when I've had to like thrash and really work on something, and then like it's almost like the racing gods give it back to you, like, hey, you really thrashed to get this thing together, and here we are.
That's never went well for me.
No,
and
you're the opposite.
But I paid attention to it. Well, and I paid attention to it, like, even when I've had those situations, it's just like I still get, like, it seems like they make a better run next time.
Yeah.
You know, all the bullshit when I'm actually fighting things. But I do see myself, like, when I focus on trying to be, I've really tried to focus on going to the racetrack with as much confidence as possible.
Yeah.
And for me, I have to have the perfect race car.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you know, I mean, having a great race car, I don't work on stuff very well, right? So, like, for me, it's like, damn, I want to keep it together. You know, I'm hoping to go into this and my thing be good, right? Like, I'm obviously not good at making adjustments, but in the last few years with the Super Stocker, it's like, damn, when things go awry, I tend to do a little bit better, which is kind of wild, right?
You almost got to make sure that it's perfect when you get here, because any changes that you make, like, you're basically letting yourself, you're basically telling yourself, like, okay, I'm costing myself a day.
Yeah, it's $500. I've got to, I have to buy back here or whatever.
Day, like, you're not gonna win.
Yeah,
because you don't know enough about your race car. Like, if you change jets, like,
you can't make changes. You gotta be lucky, for sure, right?
Or just no, because, like, you're the whole next day, you pretty much chalk it up. You need to use every bit of it to make sure you do find the confidence that you need, and, roll on. Because, like, the days of like when Scotty or Edmund or Gary and Troy, like, they could change everything on the race car, and the next day,
6 or whatever.
Like, I can't hold 6 because nobody here is going to lose to somebody holding 6 anymore. And,
except me, I might.
There is a handful, but how often 700 cars are you going to pull up next to them?
So let me ask you, that's another question. How many cars are there? I don't know if y'all saw, but the photo, and I saw Going Bracket Racing made a perfect post. They were like, he's like, man, I looked at this post, and I had the same thought. The post was like, as I first looked at this picture, I wondered why they were showing the circle track. And I was like, yeah, dog, not the circle. It's the trailers and everything lined up to get. The Million has become the big go for bracket racing, right? I mean,
yeah, because I think it always was.
Yeah.
And then, like, the other Millions at first, I think it kind of watered down the OG.
Yeah.
But then,
the OG thrived
very quickly,
and survived.
It was like, okay, well, one still has to be special. It's obviously
right.
this one.
Yeah.
Like it pays 30% of what the other ones did.
Right.
In reality, but it just is that deal, right? So,
yeah.
I don't know. It's definitely that. I'm glad that I could make it here, even if it's for a day or two. So
yeah.
Always. There's nothing to be negative about if you're wanting to go to the $1 Million Bracket.
Yeah. I'm gonna transition us over here. Looks like they've pulled some into the water box. Looks like the first pair is behind this last time run. As we go into the Race of Champions, as you said, you were watching. What was that first round like at the finish line with Hunter, and what was your guys' kind of thoughts on the first round of the Race of Champions? Which, if you guys don't know and you're just listening, I'm assuming if you're listening to us, you do know. But the Race of Champions are all 29 of the last winners for the million. This is the 30th edition, and the winner gets 5 years. Yeah, the 5 years gets you get 5 years of free entries to the million. Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah.
And the very first winner ever was there, TJ Tracy, and he turned on a win light first round.
Yeah.
I was. It was the early part of the round was kind of weird. They were like a lot of them were 2 over.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool because they were either both under or 2 over.
Yeah, like the first pair they were under and then come back and it's like 2 over, 2 over. Gary's 2 over and behind.
Yeah. I apologize. I lied to you all. We're not quite there yet. They're still pairing them. That's a different one. But so the 2, I thought it was interesting as I was watching though. They really started to settle in, like 3 pair in, 4 pair in, and they were making pretty good. And then Donnie Hagar.
Donnie Hagar's a perfect run, and that's like heartbreaking.
Look, I've driven everything, right? I've bottom bulb, top bulb, the whole thing. Right? I've even hit the middle bulb on some of my slower cars. I've never had a perfect run. This guy throws it down in the Race of Champions off the bottom against someone. That is so hard. He's not setting up to go dead on, but he's setting up to drop spot, right? I'm assuming. Is that what he's doing?
No, I think he was wide open.
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Kind of was wide open.
Okay.
My first perfect run was made first round of the guaranteed, the guaranteed win.
Oh, the one that you won.
No, the one the year before.
Oh, the year before you won. Okay, that's incredible. That's a pretty cool deal. That's interesting.
But no, he just the thing about these guys out here off the bottom that I just know, I've just accepted it, and it's made me a lot better in super stock. These guys ain't chicken shit.
No, okay? They're not laying off. They're going to hammer it.
Yeah, and like the guys in stock and super stock, they don't hit it enough times to not be scared of it. Like everybody,
for sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
I suffer for sure. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I get it.
Me, you. There ain't a guy in stock or super stock. Santangelo. Okay.
Yeah,
you want to know why? You want to know what these guys think? Like the stock and super stock. Man, why is Locust Walker that and Charlie Lockhart? How are they so good? Yeah, because that guy that we think is fucking crazy that beats our ass. That's the same way these guys are. Yeah. Aliens.
Yeah.
But they ain't scared of it.
Yeah, he laying down a perfect run. First round of the guarantee of the the Race of Champions is pretty cool. As we look forward, like I said, more to the million here. If not you, who are you picking to win? Just if not you, who would you like to see win the million? Or outside of me, you, Brian, right? Obviously, we're a team of guys, right? We're all friends, but like outside of that, who would you like to see turn on the final win light at the million?
And I ain't gonna lie to you, the guy that I want to see win it so bad, because ever since my first one, I've thought that he's been overdue. And it's not because of anything talent-wise.
Sure.
Like, he's definitely talented enough, but just because he's been close a lot and nobody thinks about is Mikey.
Yeah.
I know Mikey's semi-ed once, maybe twice, and been, in the conversation multiple times. And just this week is something that I know he doesn't really take anything serious, and you wouldn't know that he was taking this serious, but he wants it. You can actually see that he does kind of. Yeah. This one he's hungry for it, so I'd love to see Mikey, close the deal.
Yeah, that big Mikey Bloomfield guy, man. Love Mikey. I've known him a long, long time. All right, they are going into round number 2 here. As we look at it, I believe the first pair out is Nathan Martin in the left lane. Nate Dogg in his TNT that he's trying to sell. He's opened up Cameron race cars, by the way. He's back at it. And In the right lane, I can't see who that is. Oh, that's Johnny Bracket Racer. I can see it now. He's got the big decal on there. Johnny Bracket Racer in the right lane. So it's a pretty good matchup. Louisiana, Texas. These guys have probably done it 100 times against each other, I'd say.
Nate Dogg had to run Stephen Hughes first round, so he's ran somebody from Texas and Louisiana.
But I like that they did a random chip draw, too. I thought that was pretty good.
It was cool. I didn't really look into it too much, but just the idea.
Yeah, it was just interesting. It's wild that Kenny Underwood got himself.
Yeah, and then Gary got Troy, and then whatever.
Yeah. All right. Both of them turning their wheels to the tree. I saw Johnny. They had this camera going when he had the bye run first round, and he was like practicing the angled wheel thing.
So it's just a routine, right? Like he's doing that every time because then you're a bump or two away from stage. You're pre-stepping in the exact same spot every time. That makes sense. Okay. Nate Dogg clicks it red and then goes dead 4. They've got the live timing feed thing going on here with CompuLink, which I love. Not necessarily live, but it shows you right after, so you can see it on the screen in case the announcer doesn't announce it or whatever. Which is great. All right, here's that horse here, Johnny LaBouse in the right lane, taking on Dragster in the left. Is it Greg Sesty over there?
It is, Greg Sesty, yeah. He said, is it Sesty or Seti? Gleghorn, I think, said it wrong. It's Sesti. S-E-S-T-I. Okay.
Yes.
All right, Sesty versus the Loose Caboose Jr.
No, that is the old man.
That is not the... Oh, that is the old man.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes way more
sense.
You
ain't won no million.
Okay, that makes sense. So it is Dad. So it's the Loose Caboose in the right lane. Oh, no. He might have missed it there. Sesty on the hunt. Sesty not going to get there. Oh, man. The Loose Caboose goes 4 above for the win. We don't know what the reaction times are because the live timing thing is not working, but still interesting. How about the Loose Caboose? My guy. Still not wearing a shirt. Down to 8 cars. It's 15 down to 8, right? So, 29 goes down to 15, goes down to 8. All right, Fancy versus Triplet. Triplet, I love that Triplet just kicking it in the same 2 dragster, and the dragster and Vega that won him in the first 2. I think it's the same cars. I know the Vega is, but I think the dragster is the same undercover. He's taking on is this T-Rock? No, this is G-Dub, right? Yeah, G-Dub in the dragster and Fancy too.
Yes.
Triplet going to leave first. Slight head start. And do they have True Start on here, or is it just regular? It don't matter. G-Dub with the win. G-Dub above. But do you know, are they using True Start or no? Are you there? Did I lose him? Oh, we done lost Tebow. He done walked away. He don't want to hear it. Jeff Rux now and Adam Russell. Russell, Al Capone, and dialed like 420 something. Jeff Rux, the original small block guy, making these things hum along. I didn't even know I didn't know you walked away. I was asking a question. I'm like, hey, do you know if they're doing this? He just left the screen. Tebow, are they using True Start? I'm going to ask a third time.
I don't think the million does.
Okay. All right, this is Jeff Rux and Adam Russell here. Rux going to leave first. Oh, it clicks it red. Capone, 4. Oh, he shut her down. 422 was the dial, though, in case anybody was wondering. Pretty wild, man. If you're watching a live, again, we are streaming off of Motor Mania TV. We're just kind of live streaming their piece. I'm sure they'll hit me with a copyright thing, but it'll be okay. Because they've AI'd some music in there, and people keep asking me, thinking it's my song. So I'm going to hit them with a copyright. I haven't figured out how yet, but I'll make that work. Right lane, how about Jeff Verdi taking on the Rabbit? Do you think that Jeff Verdi had the craziest run of all time? Winning both millions, coast to coast, in 1 year? From a bracket racer perspective?
It was definitely on the list, right?
Yeah, it's got to be, right? I mean, that's pretty unheard of.
No, yeah, both millions 1 year. That's probably one of the craziest.
All right, Rabbit's on the hunt, but Top Gun, oh, he gone. How about B Rabbit there, dead 8? Verdi goes 1 above 0, no good. Again, we don't know their reaction times because we're watching live, and it's not working here. But, okay, this is a good matchup. Kenny Underwood and TJ Tracy. I love that TJ Tracy has gone back to the old school Nova. I just love that because I hated that Monza thing that he had. I was this is the worst thing ever. I hated it. But this car is badass. And I'm allowed to say it because it's our podcast. This isn't live at TB Promotions. I can say whatever I want here.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Kenny Underwood, Skinny Kenny. He was doubled. Had to race himself.
I'm not gonna talk no shit about Brian this week because I'm eating his Pringles and sleeping on his couch.
Sleeping on his couch and eating his Pringles.
Car.
Oh, man. Kenny on the drop. Gets behind. TJ Tracy dead 6. Who do you think out of the Race of Champions is the best finish line driver? Out of those 29 that we're in, who's the best finish line driver? Not total driver, just the finish line is their thing. They are masterclass at that.
Troy Williams and Gary Williams.
Troy and Gary.
Yeah, well, I think Troy knows more. Gary executes very well. So I don't know if, as between the two of them, I wouldn't decide.
All right. Last car of the round is your bye run. Donnie Hagar throws down a perfect run. First round. Don't know what he let go here. Probably was decent. Probably better than 10, if I had to guess.
Hey, AJ, you want to know what's cool about all this?
What's that?
I can tell you what they are.
Oh, yeah, you've got the live timing. You've got the time slips. What was he?
He's 3 red.
3 red, 9 thou under. So negative 12. Negative 12 total there. We are
TJ Tracy's 11 dead 6.
Okay.
The Rabbit perfect dead 8.
Oh God, Verdi just along for the ride.
Verdi 40.
40?
Yeah. Adam Russell 13.
Other guy's red.
Yeah.
That was Rux who was red against him.
And then who was the 580 and 430
car? 430 car. That was Triplet and that was Labuse. Labuse and
that one was 480 and 580. I can't remember. Oh, he ran Greg Sesty.
Yeah.
Labuse is 3 take 4.
Okay. Hello. Grandpa still got it.
All day. And then
can't find a shirt, but he knows where the finish line is, my guy.
That's right. Oh, Nathan Martin and he's
that's right.
29 and May Dog was 7 red.
Okay. So getting away with 1. So that's the Race of Champions. Like I said, we're not going to do all of those tonight, but because this is a podcast and we are live on a Monday for a pre-tape here again. If you're listening, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Follow along. We do appreciate you. All right, man. I thought that this would be fun. We did this at our TB races. We had a great time doing it. You get to pick 5 racers for the million. We may even do it. Well, I would say pick 5 for the main events, like for the mains, but it's hard to keep track of those. So we're just going to do the million. You get 5 racers. You don't know who's doubled, which is even cooler because you really don't know what's going to happen there. 5 racers. We're going to tally up their points next week, and loser has to wax the other guy's wheels.
Okay.
With a not by hand. We'll use a buffer, but
trying to think about this.
So I'm going to let you pick because I just made the draw of who has to do what.
Okay,
so
I get 5 guys,
and you get 5 guys and gals.
And give me Nick Folk.
No, you got to pick one at a time. We're drafting, so you're going Nick Folk first.
Yeah, I'll go Nick Folk first.
Okay. I'm going JBR, Johnny Bracket Racer.
All right.
Hold on. Before we do this, I got to write these down because I know I'll forget. I could listen back to the pod if everybody else would do that. That'd be awesome. But let me write these down. So Tebow, you've got Nick Folk. I've got JBR. Okay, go ahead.
Sure. Give me Ty Farmer.
Wow. Okay. Is he racing the new car?
Yep.
Man, you got a lot of faith. Ty Farmer.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going old CG. Corey Galletti.
Okay. I'm gonna roll with the guy that I said should have a good week, I guess. Mikey Bloomfield.
Old Mike Bloomfield. All right. I'm gonna go. Man, it's the main event here. The million. I'm gonna go. I'm trying to think who else I saw make time runs. I'm going to go Catfish.
I'm going to say this, and if I thought there was any chance that he would hear it before the million, I wouldn't say this. But what pick is this? Fourth pick?
This is your fourth, yep.
Can't believe I'm going to say this out loud. Give me Brian Whitworth.
Oh, damn, I was honestly going to save him for last.
He's rough, and I think that he's finally like letting a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, he wins a 50 last year.
Well, but he was still like, and he finally won his way. Right?
Yeah,
like that's been the thing. I mean, but he wasn't. He's just finally like meeting me in the middle somewhere, right? Like he's always been able to get close, but then when he gets close is when it's finally the way that he's racing isn't tight. Like it, you can't see it close enough. Anyways, I'm not going to go through the whole spiel, but he's starting. The pieces are coming together for him. Like, he's finally finding, when to make changes and, when to play it smart in these situations. He's really picking apart situations really well and executing. I think he's going to have a good week.
I love that. You made it hard on me there. Man, I got to think of who else is entered in the million. So that's the hard part. I'm going to go Brandon Taylor.
That's a good one, too. That's a good one, too.
All right, your last pick.
A lot of those guys that you feel like are the guys that really had a struggle some last few months.
Yeah.
And as someone who has a race here and gets to experience it very often, St. Louis is not the place where you bounce back usually.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm really trying to roll with guys that are riding the wave right now. I'm sure I'm missing a bunch of them too.
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch. That's the thing. We don't have an entry list. So you just got to let it ride.
Oh, give me Jaden Lawler.
All right.
Give me Slim.
Slim Pickens. That's a good pick, too. I like that. Man, I'm trying to think who else I saw make time run. I'm going to ride with my guy, man, Matt Diddy.
Hell yeah.
I got to pick one from Ohio. I got to go with the D, Matt Daddis. So, all right, Tyler, you've got Nick Folk, Ty Farmer, Mikey Bloomfield, B-Dub, Jaden Lawler. I've got JBR, Corey Gallitti, Catfish, Brandon Taylor, Matt Daddis. Those are my picks. Next week, man, loser has to buff the other guy's wheels.
We could do that.
Yeah. The problem is, I think what's going to happen is the loser's going to have to pay D-Lo to buff the wheels. That's really what's going to happen.
I think we might. I don't know. I might do yours for. I might do.
You might do. Oh man, Kenny would be so happy. Oh man. All right. Well, we're gonna work backwards here. We're gonna kick it off now with the headlines of last week here as we get into the show. NHRA at Reading. A lot of things happened, and I just wanted to talk about this. A lot of firsts, but before we get to that, Tony Pedregon and Erica Enders had a little tiff on Fox Sports Live or on NHRA Live, whatever they want to call that show. Did you happen to see the video?
So you know how bad I hate like not controversy but like awkward.
No, you don't. Yeah, you're not a big confrontation guy. That's not your thing. Confrontation's not your strong suit. Yeah, and that's not mine either. So I get it.
I've seen the post, but then I click on it and I'm like,
it's so awkward.
I can't do this right now. I can't do this right now.
Uncomfortable.
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. The video is, to Erica's point, right? She's like, why would we have team rules of like laying over? Everybody pays for their ride. So it's not really it's a team in the sense of we share data, but like everybody's in this. It's a team, but it's also everybody's in it for themselves to win, move ahead. Why would we, you know what I'm saying? And so,
did he make a comment?
Oh yeah, he made a point. Yeah, he made a comment that she had two dives first round, Greg and Aaron Stanfield. She said that they both dove, or he said that and he obviously, and so I'm not a big I don't like to read the comments, all of them, but I'll read some of them because people are dumb. But this one guy calls it out, and he's like, well, Tony had team rules his entire career. That's why he knows. And I was like, damn. Yeah, because he was on John's team, right? So,
and then does it very well. It was never well kept.
So I think,
well, I've watched all that old stuff. And
I know,
to be honest
me too.
with you, Like, did you ever notice anything blatant?
No, other than you'd have to really like.
They just got on that room and rode that horse.
Yeah, 100%. Everybody did because John's the team owner at that time, and like it
and
was what it was. Yeah, he was the baddest in the building. Yeah,
beat the absolute shit out of him in the 90s.
Literally just hammered him in funny car, dude.
That's what I'd say too.
So I think it was an interesting thing, but I will say this: it was shared by a lot of different publications. And I think the more it is out there, like, yeah, there's a lot of hate on Erica, a lot of hate on Tony. I think the big thing, the reason why people are a lot harder on Tony is because, look, I can say this because I truly believe I am very good on the microphone. So I can say this with confidence. Tony's not very good in the booth. No one enjoys him. And Tony, if you hear this, I'm just another guy. I don't have anything against you personally, don't know you. But on the microphone, people are not fans.
You want me to tell you what I got against Tony Pettigrew?
What's that?
This man, he's a funny car champion, right?
Yeah. I don't know if he actually won. Yeah, he did win one, right? When he was at when he had the Jelly Rancher car?
Probably not when he was with John Forrest because John won all this. But anyways, Tony Pettigrew is a very...
he is a two-time funny car champion.
So Tony Pettigrew is a two-time top fuel funny car world champion.
Yep.
Cannot start a fucking race car.
He doesn't know how?
No. And then when he gets back to the trailer, he hit the starter button.
Oh, no.
Instead of the ignition. Shutter button.
Oh, no. Okay.
I helped him they made him get a sportsman license to drive a Cobra Jet.
Tony?
For the exhibition, yeah.
Okay.
So he had to come and make, like, I'm the one that helped him get a sportsman license. And a mutual friend's car. I was like helping him, walking through it, whatever. Holy shit. If that is how all them fuel funny car drivers or fuel drivers or pro drivers, if that's what they know about race cars, they all done.
Yikes. So they know less than I do?
I don't believe they are. No, I just think he is that.
I got you. He's just going through it. Okay. I just wondered because, like I said, he a two-time champion. But it doesn't say when here. I was trying to find it when he won it, but it doesn't say. It doesn't say what years. But his brother is also a two-time. His brother won in 92 and 08. That's wild.
Fun fact: John Forrest won every other year in the 90s, but Cruz is the only guy to beat John Forrest in the 90s.
Wow.
92.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, here we go. He finished first in 2003 and 2007. So not when he was driving for John. You are correct. When he raced for his own team is when he won his titles. So interesting enough. So yeah, it was awkward. It was uncomfortable, but it was shared a lot of places. And I like that both of them stood on business, right? He didn't back down and she didn't back down, which I thought was good. And like, you know how I feel about it, man. Like look, put the butts in the seats. That's how you do it, dude. You got to talk them into the seats. And that's how it's always been in sports and promotion and all of that stuff for entertainment. So I thought it was good. The other piece that I thought was wild, and I sent this to you, is Matt Hagen had a full-on meltdown after his first round loss. I don't know what happened. I had turned it on and I'm watching it, but I don't know what actually transpired. But he's like, I can't see out there. They're going to get someone killed. Da-da-da-da. And I was like, but then he made some good points. And he's like, they got a bunch of people who don't know anything about race cars telling us how to build and work on and run these race cars. And they don't know shit about racing. And I was like, oh, all right. I agree with some of that. Yeah, Matt Hagen, man, full on meltdown. What is your thought? What are your thoughts? Obviously, I don't know if you saw the video either, but what are your thoughts just in general on the racers like that? Because you need guys like him. Like if Haddock goes out there and says it, NHRA doesn't care, right? They just don't. But if Hagen, the points leader, goes out there and says it, it's a little different, right?
Yeah, I don't deal well. Here's the one thing I don't deal well with. I don't deal well with you bitching that somebody's going to get you hurt.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't like the way they're setting the rules or doing the shit, then be a pussy. Park it.
Yeah. Sure. That's fair.
Park it. Like, they ain't going to do nothing for you.
Yeah.
Okay? These are freaking 300
you're talking about, you're behind a jet engine. So, yeah, okay? I agree.
Like, the person getting you killed out there,
is
your goofy ass. Like, I mean, I do it too, but not
1,000%. I get it. Okay.
Just accept what you're doing, but it's dangerous. Like, forget about it.
Yeah, I do think that thing, part of it was super weird, but I did appreciate, like I said, like him saying stuff. Obviously,
I do appreciate like what he's trying to do, but like you just
sometimes it also comes off about like, all right, man, you're whining a little bit. You're also let's take a step back here, cowboy.
You set the gas. That and Brad Hemi or whatever the hell them things have in front of them. They shoot nitromethane and 10,000 horsepower straight out the pipes, and the pipes are pointed at you, homie. Okay, I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, I agree.
You're saying about it.
And again, I don't know what the whole sentiment was even about, because I missed right before then, so I don't actually know that part. But I do know I caught that clip of it, and that was the clip that I had seen going around, which I just thought was like, damn, he had a he was full tilt meltdown. And I got to tell you, my guy, look, as a chubby dude, my guy, they make bigger fire suits. He was literally having a hard time in that fire suit. I was like, bro, they'll make you a bigger one. He's super swole anyway, but dude, his neck is the size of my thigh. I'm not kidding you, dude. It's fucking massive.
Is Matt Hagen how you know that NHRA ain't go testing the votes?
Yeah. Yeah, man, my guy's on the team, man. He's on the juice. Matt Hagen. But no, man, shout out to Matt, like I said, for saying his piece. I did appreciate that, and I'm glad that they were candid about it. I don't know if they showed it on the NHRA show that was on Fox. I was watching on NHRA TV, so I don't know what actually was said on the actual thing, but it was good, man. I thought that my point about that is I thought there was a lot of emotion on NHRA TV. They interviewed Steve.
I thought he was letting them fly this week, I guess, huh?
Who?
Like everybody was just letting them.
Oh yeah, I think that, but they were all passionate in the sense of like, yeah, they were passionate, right? And I appreciated that. Steve Torrance had a passionate one too. He's like, man, I heard that they said I was washed up and it has been. This dog still bites, and I was like, okay, ride that horse while it's up, cowboy. So I thought it was just good, man. Overall, like I said, interesting, and Reading has that effect, right? It's first of the countdown. Everybody's trying to get after it, things like that. So, some firsts. Shout out to.
I guess one thing. Sorry,
go ahead.
I was so proud. I actually read something.
I was so proud. I can actually read. I was so proud.
Right, so cool. Langdon. Somebody posted maybe it was Drag Illustrated. I don't know. A quote from Langdon, about the countdown. And I thought his words were really good. I don't remember exactly what it said.
I like that they. I think that the way they got. NASCAR supposedly is going away from the playoff format. Have you heard this?
Do what?
NASCAR is going away from the playoff format.
So.
Supposedly. That's word on the street.
I don't think you can.
I don't know.
I don't think you can. Well, they're doing, I know next year they might be doing a 3-race final round.
I heard they're going away from the existing format. So, whatever that means. Do I think NHRA needs the format? I don't think it benefits the NHRA the way that it benefited. I don't even know that it benefited NASCAR, but I don't mind NASCAR's playoff format. I understand why some people don't like it, but I don't mind it.
Here's the thing. Here is why they say drag racing has to be NASCAR.
Yeah.
To me, NASCAR is better as a playoff.
Sure.
Because listen, once the race starts, the race don't stop.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to get here, and in order for me to have a good event, I have to make good runs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Okay? And I got, 8 times I got to go up there and make good runs.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that. You don't have the variable of, you have a 0.01% chance of, somebody else costing you your day.
Yeah.
Whereas NASCAR has a
50% chance. Yeah, it's a lot. 1 in 43%. Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, it's a good way to put it.
Absolutely nothing wrong and get put in the fence. Could I do absolutely nothing wrong and lose?
Yeah.
Yes, but it's not. But it's because they did a better job. So I just don't think the playoff format is needed in drag racing because you have you don't have the aspect of somebody else really costing you. So, you don't really need to come back from it. Your performance
Yeah, it's also only 20-some races. It's a lot shorter spanned, I think, personally. And, like...
The only reason they do the countdown thing, well, there's two reasons. Well, not NHRA, but NASCAR, like, you know, there was a few times that many times, I think, that they crowned a winner before the last race of the year.
No, and 100% it's a TV thing. They don't want to give away a Homestead. The difference is that in racing, it's not like baseball. It's not like basketball where if, like, oh, the games don't matter here at the end. Yeah, but we still want to see a winner in drag racing. You see what I'm saying? The races matter more because there's less, like that part matters. And so I do get it. You're right, 100%. NASCAR, like if you look at the Winston Cup standings, right? Like if do you follow that page at all? Winston Cup points?
No.
Yeah, they do the old school.
They know about it though. Yeah, they
do the old school every year. Yeah. And Denny Hamlin's winning by like a large margin.
Because I did listen to Action Vegetable this week, and somebody said something, and he's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's not the old format. I can't. Why do I care?
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. Like I said, the countdown is, and this being the first race, interesting. But I like the way that like I said, man, I just think the more under the microscope that we look at it is cooler because it's things that I never really looked at before as much that I'm now intrigued a little bit more by as a racer. But other pieces from Reading, Shawn Reed, the first racer since Doug Herbert to win IHRA, NHRA race back-to-back since 1999.
Big!
Yeah.
That's the sickest stat I've heard.
Yeah, dude. Pretty cool. And I just read it. Doug Herbert did it at Rockingham and at Topeka. And obviously now Shawn Reed did it at Columbus and Reading. Pretty cool for Shawn Reed. Huge turnaround. And that's just to put it in perspective, that's self-funded going 370s, just so everyone knows. Reed Construction and Reed Trucking and Excavating. Just to throw that out there. So it is doable for those guys wondering back at home. You know what I mean? Pretty cool, though, to see that Shawn Reed gets his first. Two other firsts. Lewis Gill in Superstock. I don't know if you saw that. He had that red and white. I thought it was a Ford, but I don't 100% know. He won Superstock, his first one. I thought that was really, really cool. And David Long won his first in Supercomp. And when I saw Amanda Bochesko posted it, and I saw him, he's an older gentleman, and like that's such a cool thing, man. Like he's been doing this a long time, right? Probably been doing this 30-some years, right? Been running national events, 30, 40 years. That was cool. You know what I mean? And to get his first, I enjoy seeing those moments. I enjoyed, my favorite part though is that NHRA finally got it right when they posted on Sunday. They posted the pictures capturing Shawn Reed's like emotion of the moment. Right? Like he's crying. He's like, man, I've waited. He's like 60 years. Right? He's obviously 60 years old. He's been talking about as a kid. But like 60 years I've wanted one of these. I finally got one. Pretty cool to win his first one right after winning IHRA the week before. And like, I don't know, man. Like I said, people ask, why do you do this shit? Why? Right? That's always the question. Why do you spend this money? And race cars are expensive. It's like, brother, I'm here to tell you, I ain't never won one. But I've dreamt about it damn near every day for like the last 15 plus years running super comp stock, super stock. Like since I was a kid,
you know, I can remember the second, the third grade sitting at my desk while the teacher's talking and go, man, do you know how cool it would be if I won? Like
dude, that's the thing I didn't run NHRA, so I didn't know it as a kid. I went to the nationals, obviously, but like it didn't connect with me. My dad didn't run that. All I ever thought about was winning in general. Right?
Yeah.
So now, just like you're saying, like sitting in class and be like, all I want to do, right? I didn't get into it until I was in like 4th grade or 5th grade, but like I was like, all I want to do is win, right? Like I think about it so in my mind, I go through Brian Loans saying my or Joe or Jason saying my name, like I'll be the 005 up front, you know what I mean? Like in my mind,
the money. The money that you collected from bracket racing songs, why did people love them? Because it filled all those gaps that nobody ever talked. That's how they felt all day.
Yeah, it's a feeling like none other. Obviously, like I said, I mean, you guys can see it. Like when I'm in my car, the in cars that I do, like I'm very passionate about. Like I am very emotional about winning, and because it means so much in the race car. You know,
that's why. Being emotional about it, when you're winning, it brings up two things. I've never understood, like, for a while there, I like felt like, am I just a little bitch or something?
Yeah.
But I don't know how you can't be emotional about it. I just don't.
Like, if you don't romanticize this sport a little bit, like the amount of effort that you're putting into this thing, and you're not emotional. Right. That's why it's so hard for me when I do interviews. Like, how are you not excited? I'm excited for you, dude, and I wasn't even in the car. You know what I mean?
The last year for me, it's been a relief to win.
Yeah.
And like this year especially, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's just, I mean, I've talked about it with you being burnout at times and stuff like that, but I didn't, like, it feels good to win, but I don't have that like emotional side of it right now.
Sure.
And I just finally, like, it's starting to click of like why these things are this way, and I'm figuring it out. But it until 2 months ago or 6 months ago, when I felt that way about winning, like, I would have told you, like, I just don't understand. How could somebody not just be in love with this field?
Yeah, man. I think that's the thing that, like, it just means that much. Like, even your local bracket race, if you get excited about that, hell yeah, get excited about it, man. Like, I think that, like, this sport sometimes lacks that passion because the guys, the older generation, right? I watch a lot of King of the Hill, and so Hank Hill is not like an emotional guy, right? And I'm like, that's the generation that we race with. A lot of those guys just aren't like, you know what I mean? They don't have that like emotional click in their body, and like I am emotional about it, man. When I think that's good, man. The more passionate you can be about winning, regardless of if it's your first or your 100th, right? Like, the feeling should never go away. And if it does, man, you got to check that heartbeat. You know what I mean? Check that pulse, brother.
I still feel the same way about it. I guess that was why I brought up me not being as emotional about it.
1,000%.
That's when I got nervous, like, wow. Yeah. Okay, maybe I am like burnt out.
1,000%. And you can have that too. Yeah, where you got to take a step away from it, right? And you got to like let it breathe and figure that. And I've been there. Like I said, I was at the same point, and I took a year off to like figure out my shit, and then, to get back in superstar. And like, it just means that much, doing it. Like I said, working on it and being a part of it and having that. So it was cool to see all that emotion. NHRA, you got it right this time on the post, man. I'm glad to see that with it. So, all right. Last thing, man. Big week for me, dude. Big week for me. I'm going to Charlotte. I'm running super stock C modified. Just like the song says, different car, man. Big shout out to Clay Coughlin, his dad Mike, Tony Collier working on the thing, and the whole family over there at jegs.com, CBR Air. Yeah, man, this kind of came about. I was telling Bickle called me earlier today, and we were talking, and shout out if you guys know who Bickle is, by the way. But he gave me a shout, and we were talking. I was just like, it kind of happened like haphazardly. I would joke around. I've known Clay since he was 8 years old in his junior dragster, okay? Testarossa on the side of that bad boy, okay? I've known him since he was very young. Obviously, me and TJ are very close. So growing up and kind of watching him grow up, I was around the junior dragster program that he was running, and so I've known him a long time. And obviously, I hadn't seen him in a couple years, and the first thing I see him, he gets in, he's in a super stock, he's in a Cobalt, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing of all time. And we've been, we keep in touch or whatever, and I had made the joke, like, about wanting a Cobalt forever. And yeah, he was like, dude, you got to drive this one. And I was like, whatever, he's just playing, like, he's kidding, whatever. He's like, no, you got to drive this. He's like, I got to go back to school. Like, I can't drive it. You need to drive it. I'm like, bruh. He's like, no, seriously. So I went down to Johnson's Horsepower Garage, ran it, talked to Mike. He was down there for an event that we talked about earlier, and Mike was like, no, we want you to drive it. Tell me what race you want to go to. I was like, well, Charlotte or St. Louis, either one. He's like, good. We're running Mountain Motor Pro Stock at both of those. Which one do you want? I was like, sick. I would love to do Charlotte. So we're going to do Charlotte. So I enter Charlotte, and Clay's at Brainerd, his last race of the year. He goes to SMU. And so he's getting ready to go back to school. He texts me and he says, we got good news and bad news. Good news is we won class. Bad news is I put a hole in the motor. I was like, sick. So I'm like, all right, well, let me know. It's not that big. Like, obviously, I appreciate you, let me drive the car. It's not a big deal if I can't, whatever. But Jeff Taylor waited till the last second to
for everybody, baby. We knew you
JTP got it ready, and yeah, man. So back with Jeff Taylor Performance Power under the hood. I'm driving a super stock C modified Cobalt for the first time in my life, and I've obviously drove C modified in my Sunfire. It's a fun class. It's wild to know that this one's faster than it's probably 3/10 faster than mine was. The fastest I ever went was 40 under. This thing's probably 70, 80 under, I would say.
It will go faster than that. But, I mean, you're about to go in the 8s.
Oh, yeah. We're back, baby. All I know is here's the only thing I care about, baby. Big old wheel stand. That's all. If Alex Owens doesn't get amazing pictures of me driving this car, I
swear I'll be mad as hell.
I'm gonna put my foot in his ass. So yeah, man, I'm very excited about it. To go to Charlotte, we got a bunch of Jegs throwback stuff, man. I got my Jegs shirt on. Oh, baby, we are.
Dude, you know what I have? Oh my God, I have to ask my mom. Find it. So you remember, in the '90s, the button-up crew shirts?
Oh yeah, you got one of those? Yeah,
I have one signed by every one of them.
Bro, that's incredible. I have. I wish I was going home before this. I was going to grab my Mike Coughlin truck. I've got the Pro Stock truck.
I did too. I got a whole fucking.
Yeah, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about it. So I am very, very excited. I don't know if they're ready for my level of excitement because I'm a pretty excitable human being. So
round one, I wouldn't tell nobody, but the day first round, it's 6:45 in the morning. I'll be walking out with my button up 94 autograph,
just ready to rip, yeah. Should I warm this baby up? It's a 302 cubic inch, buddy. You think my Cobalt? Everybody's your Chevelle's so loud. Just wait when I give you a couple rips in this bad boy, baby.
Hey, I'll be having the window down and my hand like this when I put it on the two-stroke.
Oh man, so we're pretty excited, man. Charlotte should be awesome. I haven't been to Charlotte in almost 10 years. I ran their last divisional. They stopped doing a divisional there the year I went, and then I went to the national. Obviously, it's a cool racetrack too. I really enjoy obviously the area, so we're gonna head that direction Wednesday, and we're gonna run the Charlotte National Super Stock C Modified. PJ North is back, baby. We're all the way back now. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. It's exciting times around here. I guess with that being said, any other news on your side? Anything you want to talk about before we go?
I don't think so. See what happens in the next couple of days here, and then I will say the motorcycle event we did this weekend was super.
That's what I was gonna say.
Awesome.
Was it awesome?
Yeah, it was. Honest, I've really come to respect motorcycle racing.
Yeah.
With the Southeast Drag Bike guys, with Sonny and them, they've had 2 races with us this year, and number one of all the promoters, as a promoter, I expect, I hold other promoters
high regard. Yeah.
Yeah. And they always let me down at US 60 when they come in.
Sure.
But him, Sonny and Broderick, the Man Cup, both of them just blew everybody else out of the water.
Yeah.
Just think of how TB Promotions goes into an event. They were very prepared, very organized, knew what I needed, or what they needed from me. They knew what they needed. It was just awesome. And then, like I said, we went 390s on motorcycles this weekend.
Yeah, I don't think people understand how crazy that sounds. 390 on a motorcycle is absolutely bonkers, dude.
He made 3 runs. He skipped 2 qualifiers. He ran the first 2 and then won the race or whatever. He made 3 runs. Maybe he only made 1 qualifier.
And is that pro stock? That's faster than pro stock bike?
Yeah, pro stock bikes. Last time I looked at them, they were going 430s.
Okay.
High 30s, low 40s maybe.
Yeah.
I'd say they're probably
390 on a bike, man. What was the I saw a lot of pictures. Obviously, Shelby crushes it on the US 60 social page, which helps because you see a lot of content. But what was your favorite part of the show that they brought in?
Favorite part of the show that they bring, the grudge stuff. I'm not a big street bike guy.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, I get it.
but I like no, I can't say that either. It just depends.
Yeah.
Like I guess it's kind of like looking at dragsters to me. Like
Sure.
some of you like some.
Sure.
I don't really know the differences between all of them yet.
I got you.
But what I will say, and I had to tell Terry Hope this. Terry Hope is like one of the bike guys that I know. But like you can tell who's the guy and who's not. Kind of like when you go to
Sure,
race,
yeah.
When you pass Justin Lamb and Anthony Bertozzi's in there, and then right on down, you're like, yeah, those are the guys. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
And then when you go past like Terry and Terry had Gary's show hauler and his 32-foot black trailer with like 3 bikes outside of it, and like these things are nice. Like he has one bike that's black and it's got gold leaf lettering all over it. Says the Bandit.
That's cool.
And and then everything Wheeler's got tire shine on it and is mint. And I'm like, oh, these are the guys.
Okay, so they like get it.
Yeah. And so, but like I said, the heads up they had pro classes, they had sportsman classes, and then the format they had. I'll say this and then I'll be done with it. But I love this format. Okay. They had 3 classes that were ET classes.
Okay, cool.
They had 3 index classes, which they called sportsman classes. And then they had, their 3 to 4 to 5. They ended up having 2 pro classes. So in the order, like they would change it around or whatever, but it was kind of like, NHRA, like they have pro show and
Yeah.
But they had 4 qualifiers. They had 1 Friday night. They ran 3 on Saturday, and they ran their eliminations on Sunday. And then, but every night, so Thursday night and Friday night and Saturday night, because they tested on Thursday.
Yeah.
And then, so you could test Thursday. They had a Thursday night gamblers.
Okay.
You had your qualifier on Friday, a Friday night gambler.
Okay.
Saturday, they had the 3 qualifiers. And then while they're doing the pro qualifying, you have another gambler.
All right. Big gamblers. Got it.
So like it was a mix because you, as a bracket racer, you can still get all of that.
Yeah.
And you can still get gamblers races every night, but then like you still had the vibe of like, okay, now this is race day.
Very cool.
Just really liked the way that they did it.
Yeah.
They had a lot of cool technology that they designed to use, like to help out on the promoter side. And like I said, the bikes were awesome. I watched a side by side race in the final of 395 and 404.
That's crazy.
So, and just there is a sense of pride on our end that we got a lot of rain Sunday morning.
Yeah.
You
were texting me that. Yeah.
So we scraped the whole 8th mile, built it back, 4 or 5 of us, 4 or 5 guys, a couple scrapers, a couple tractors, and about 4.5 hours we had it back, and the first 2 bikes down went 398 and 402.
Crazy, dude. Midwest Mega Fest. Pretty cool, man. They do 2 races with you guys a year, is that right?
They did. So SDBA did 2 with us this year in the Man Cup. Like we kind of had to like work to get that one. I mean, they go to some really nice places. Their finals is at South Georgia.
Very cool.
But he was very impressed with what we had to offer. Definitely going to do one next year, and that's Man Cup racing series, and then the Kings of Grudge. But Man Cup, if anybody on here races bikes and hasn't ran the Man Cup stuff, he's definitely, from what I've seen, runs an awesome
cool. Bike only series. That's pretty dope.
We had 420 bikes.
That's nuts. Did you guys have a lot of spectators too?
Yeah, it was a good number. A good number for us on something where we're trying to get spectators.
Yeah. I didn't know if that was part of this or not. Like I didn't know.
It was, and it wasn't. You always take the spectator numbers that they tell you to get ready for,
sure.
and
you cut it in half. Yeah, cut it. In
half.
At
least that. Like even for the Grudge Bowl this year, the most spectators I think we've ever had was maybe the first no prep.
Okay.
So like we've never had more than. I know we haven't been over 3,000 people, I don't think.
Right. Still pretty good, though, man, for the middle of nowhere Kentucky.
We had
nowhere
12,
to stay.
1,200 maybe this week.
Yeah, that's pretty good, man. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, it looks like there's a million people there because the place is just not that big.
Yeah.
You got 1,200 spectators and, another 700, 800 racers.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. There was a lot of people in the facility. That's cool. It looked awesome. So shout out to that, man. Midwest Mega Fest. We'll be excited. And you got to go back for no prep this weekend. So you're staying busy.
We got radio prep.
Radio prep, sorry.
But, $50,000, no time, 275.
No time, 275. I love it. Hopefully
Maybe I'll send Jeb.
There you go. Send Jeb to work on that.
Just got to get to St. Louis to get him Junior for the week.
Well, I hope it all goes well, man. Thank you guys for joining us, man. A little different episode like this. Like I said, this week we mixed it up with Tyler's schedule and my schedule. Everything kind of crazy, but we wanted to put out an episode. So thank you guys for hanging around. Episode number 30. It's the million. I wish you all luck if you're listening to this. Good luck at the million. We'll catch up next week as we talk about who won the million, all things considered. And as we continue to move forward, we'll start to talk about the end of the year point situation within stock, super gas, super comp, and comp eliminator. Start to look at that as things start to shape up because they're running out of divisionals as we get ready to go to the Jegs All-Stars in a couple weeks. So thank you guys for joining us. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. This has been the BE00 Take 00 Show. I'm PJ North for Tyler Bohannon. Until next week, we'll see y'all again.